Hello dear students, I am Dr. Shikha Pandey, Associate Professor from Institute of Aeronautical Engineering. Today I will discuss you about the inert waste. So in this lecture series of this solid waste subject, we have discussed about the municipal solid waste, hazardous waste, industrial waste, agriculture waste. So now we will discuss about the inert waste. First of all, what is this inert waste? So introduction of this inert waste, like the waste which is generated during the street sweeping. So street sweeping is the fundamental services ensuring clean and hygienic urban condition. Street cleaning is like the fundamental services that we are ensuring during the hygienic and urban conditions. Street waste include paper, plastic, dirt, leaves and other vegetative matters like paper, plastic, dirt, leaves and other vegetative matters. So this is called as street waste, and street waste is like some fundamental services will be there, and that fundamental services will cover the clean and hygienic urban conditions. The manual sweeping is commonly practiced in India as many streets are congested and narrow also. So in India, manual sweeping has been there because it is a duty of the municipal community to clean out the street. So from the street sweeping, whatever the waste will becomes is classified under the inert waste. So the waste which is coming from the street sweeping is classified under the inert waste, and this waste will include the paper, plastic, some dirt, leaves and some other vegetative matters also. Inefficient waste collection system coupled with public littering significantly contribute to waste piles on the street. So inefficient waste collection systems, like sometimes what happen, this waste collection system is inefficient and it will be coupled with the public littering significantly contribute, because the public will litter on the road and that litter will contribute towards the waste piles on the street. So by this inert waste, some waste pile will be created on the street. So this collection system coupled with the public littering significantly contribute to waste piles on the street. So this street cleaning is the fundamental services that ensures the clean and hygienic urban condition. Street waste will include the paper, plastic, dirt, leaves and some other vegetative matters. Manual sweeping is commonly practiced in India as many streets are congested and narrow also. An inefficient waste collection system coupled with public littering that will be significantly contribute to waste piles on the street. So these are the pictures of this inert waste. You can see some paper waste will be there, like plastic waste, dirt or leaves or sometimes the vegetable matter. So all will contribute toward the inert waste, and generally it is like some paper waste, some dirt or leaf or vegetable waste. So this waste will come under the special waste category that is called as inert waste, and its nature is mainly like some plastic waste will be there, some paper waste, some dirt, some leaves, some vegetable matters will be there. Next is the requirement on street cleaning. So the direct street sweeper should not be burn tree leaves collected from street sweeping and store. The direct sweeper should not to burn tree leaves collected from the street sweeping and stores. Then what he has to do, he has to separate and hand over to the waste collectors or agency authorized by the local bodies. The direct sweeper should not burn the tree leaves. Generally, in ancient days, in previous days, what we are doing, they are cleaning the street and they are burning the waste that is collected. So it should be not a good practice to burn the waste. What you have to do, you have to separate and hand over to the waste collectors or agency authorized by local body. Then what they have to do, they have to collect and separate the waste from sweeping of streets, lanes and by lanes daily, or an alternate days or twice a week, depending upon the density of population, commercial activity and local situation of that place. So what is the requirement? Requirement is that what the provision has been made for this street cleaning services. First thing, the street sweeper should not to burn the waste and the tree leaves collected from the street sweeping and then and store. They will separate and hand over it to the waste collector or the agency that are authorizing by the local body. Then what they have to do, they have to collect the waste separate, they have to collect and separate the waste from the sweeping of streets, lanes and by lanes daily or on the alternate days or sometimes twice a week, like it will be depends upon the density of the population, commercial activity and local situation. Next, what they have to do, they have to set up the covered secondary storage facility for temporary storage of street sweeping and silt removed from the surface drain. In case where the direct collection of such waste into the transport vehicles is not convenient. So this is about like the setup will be there for the secondary storage facility for temporary storage of street sweeping and silt removed from the surface drains. So it is in that case where the direct collection of such waste into transport vehicle is more convenient, not convenient. So requirement on street cleaning. Next, waste that has been collected shall be disposed of at regular interval as decided by the local body. So the waste which is collected, it should be disposed of at some regular interval that has been decided by the local body. Manual handling of waste is prohibited. So manual handling of the waste is prohibited. So however, if it will be unavoidable due to some constraint, manual handling should be carried out under proper precaution with due care for the health and safety of the worker. So if it will be unavoidable due to some constraints, manual handling should be carried out by under proper precaution with due care for health and safety of the workers. Workers should be provided with a protective gear such as uniforms, shoes, gloves, and other implements, etc. Safe and easy working, and they should be subjected to periodic health checks and should be provided with social security benefits, including the health insurance also. So waste which has been collected, it should be disposed of at a regular interval and it has been given by the local bodies. Manual handling of waste is prohibited, and however sometimes if unavoidable, if it will be unavoidable due to the constraints, then manual handling should be carried out under the proper precautions with due care for health and safety of the worker. Workers should be provided with the protective gears like uniforms, shoes, gloves and other implement, etc. Safe and easy working, and they should be subjected to periodic health checks and should be provided with social security benefits, including the health insurance. Now comes to the next things for the water. What has been the plan for the street cleaning? So for the street cleaning is some small town, medium city and mega city. Equipments they have been given for the small town like long handled broom will be there, metal tray and metal plate, containerized handcrafts or tricycle will be there, tractor with covered trolley, and sometimes what the lifting device, container lifting devices will be there. In case of medium city, like long handled brooms, metal tray and metal plate, containerized handcart or sometimes tricycles, secondary storage bin, dumper, placer or compactor, mechanical street sweeper, container lifting devices. Mega city is like long handled broom, metal tray and metal plate, containerized handcart or tricycle, secondary storage bins, dumper, placer or compactor, container lifting devices, then again the mechanical street sweepers. So these are the equipments that has been given to the workers, the sweepers, the cleaners, so they can do the work efficiently and they no need to handle it with their hand or they no need to handle it with their bare foot or bare hand, because this will be also a very dangerous waste and that should be separated and that has to be submitted to the local authority or to the local waste collector people are there. So staff requirement. Next we'll come discuss about the staff requirement, like high density roads will be there. If the high density road will be there, then one person per 300 to 350 running meters of the road length. Medium density road, like one person per 100 running meters of the road length. Low density roads like one person per 750 to 1000 meters of road lengths. So if the on the basis of density the person has been appointed, like 300 to 350 running meters of the road length will be there, then one person is there. Next is the medium density road, like one person per 500 running meters of road lengths. Low density road, like one person per 750 to 1000 meter of road lengths. Next is same in case of the big city. So in big city, like high density road, like more dense population road. So in that case, one person like per 300 to 350 running meters of the road lengths. So one person will be there. The person is like 300 to 315 running meter of the road length. Medium density road. So in that case, one person per 500 running meters of road length. Low density road, like one person per 750 to 1000 meters of road lengths. Next, in for case of a metropolitan city. So in metropolitan city, if the high density road is there, so one person per 300 to 350 running meters of road lengths. One person for every 300 to 350 running meter of road lengths. Medium density road, one person per 500 running meters of road lengths. Low density road is like one person per 750 to 1000 meter of road lengths. So this is about the staff requirement based on the density of the road. Like high density road will be required one person, so length will be there, so length should be reduced. So if low density road is there, means very less population is there, so one person should be from 750 to 1000 meter of road length. In case of medium density road length, then one person should be up to 500 meter. In case of high density, then one person up to 300 or 350 running road only. So based on the road length, the person has been divided based on the road length and density. Road length and density. So 2 points are there. Based on the length of the road and the density of the road, it has been divided. If it will be very dense area, then up to 300 or 350 meter only one person will be there. Each person will be there. But if it will be medium density, then up to 500 meter of distance, a new person will be there. Like in case of low study, though, it will be up to 750 meter to 1000 meter. Like that the division will be there. So how much person will be required for cleaning of the road, or based on the density. So it will be basically depends upon the 2 points. First is the density of the road, and then the length of the road. So based on the density, like it is a highly populated area or less populated dense, or very less will be there, then on these types the staff has been divided. So this will be like the street cleaning and street cleaning frequency. So how many times this cleaning will be required? So some classes will be there up to I, like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. So character of a state. So first is the city center. If it is a city center, like shopping area will be there. So the frequency of sweeping is daily or twice, depending on the needs. If it will be a market, minor street, suburban shopping street, residential street, so the sweeping will be on daily. Next, in case of roads and streets having no households or establishment on either of the sides, mean the road will be there which will be not having any house in either side of the road, is will be there, that is called once in a week. Same in case of highways, like rarely necessary to sweep highways as motor traffic create turbulence. Suburban main street, like in this way, that place twice a week it should be, the cleaning will be there for twice a week. Same in case of open space, like occasionally when required, minimum once in a 2 week. So if some open space will be there, like some field is there, some open area is there, so it's a cleaning of frequency is like occasionally, or it will be done minimum once in 2 week. So this is about we have discussed about the cleaning frequency, how many times the frequency should be there. So the Cleaning should be daily or twice in the city center, shopping areas, market areas, some minor street, suburban shopping street, residential street. So in these places, this cleaning should be daily or twice or sometimes depending upon the needs. So in case of this road or street which are having no houses, households or establishment on either sides, so here you have to do it once in a week. Like in case of highways also, rarely the cleaning should be rarely and necessary to sweep highways as motor traffic creates turbulence also. Suburban main street like twice a week. Suburban main street will be there. So here we have this should be done twice a week also. Open space like occasionally. So it when it will be required minimum once in a 2 week. So the street sweeping in residential area may be carried out in two spell, like 5 hours in the morning and 3-4 hours in the afternoon. So staff involved in street sweeping should also be responsible for cleaning the drains up to 18 inches depth along with the same beat. And the multiple handling of waste should be avoided, and the local sanitary inspector should be responsible for inspecting and maintaining the records on the extent of the service provision. So all these activity, daily activity, either cleaning of the streets or cleaning of the drains will be responsible, and it should be taken care by the sanitary inspector. So sanitary inspector will take care of all these activity, and this sanitary inspector will be responsible for inspecting and maintaining the records on the extent of service provision. And this street sweeping in the residential area may be carried out in two spells, 5 hours in the morning and 3-4 hours in the afternoon. And those staff who are involved in the street sweeping should also be responsible for cleaning of drains and so up to some depth only, and along the same beat also. Then multiple handling of waste should be avoided, and the local sanitary inspector should be responsible for inspecting and maintaining records on the extent of service provision. Like in case of urban local body, they can adopt different strategies for tourist place where many peoples are present almost at all hour. In such places, regular cleaning throughout the day, like 2-3 times, and during weekends and national holidays, it may be necessary. It will be very much required to clean the streets. Next, we will discuss about the manual street cleaning. So manual cleaning involves sweeping and collection of waste by sanitation workers from streets, road lanes, bylanes, and public places. So this cleaning will involve sweeping and collection of waste by the sanitation worker from streets, road lanes, bylanes, and public places. Street sweeping normally include cleaning the road surface and footpaths on both sides of the road. Street sweeping normally includes cleaning the road surface and footpaths on both sides of the road. So this will be involved in the terms of manual street cleaning, and this involves the sweeping and collection of waste by the sanitation worker from the street, road, lanes, bylanes, and public places. So the all waste from the street sweeping should be transported separately without mixing with domestic or any other commercial establishment waste in order to ensure efficient waste processing and to avoid mixing of inert with other waste also. All waste from the street sweeping should be transported separately without mixing it with the domestic or any other commercial establishment waste in order to ensure the efficient waste processing, and it will be avoiding the mixing of inert waste with the other waste. Same, the street sweeping and silt collected from the drains should be transferred from the wheelbarrow to a designated black storage bin or container placed at the waste storage depot. So this will all about the daily activity and how this street sweeping should be transported, and it should be transported separately without mixing with the domestic or any other commercial establishment waste. So it will ensure and it will provide the efficient waste processing and to avoid mixing of inert with other waste also. Street sweeping and silt collected from the drains should be transferred from the wheelbarrow to the designated black storage bins or container placed at the waste storage depot. So they have been provided with the long handled brooms because they causes less strain and support the correct postures also. And an adequate types uses bunches of filaments inserted into the wooden stick. The length of broom should be such that the male and female workforce can use it comfortably without bending. The handle should not be heavy and the filament should be tightly spaced to facilitate easy collection of fine silt and dust, and it will lead toward the efficient cleaning of street. So for efficient cleaning of street and to for effectively monitoring this solid waste management facility in a street cleaning, the worker should be provided with the long handle brooms. This will be causing less strain and it is going to support the correct posture for the person. And the adequate type uses bunches of the filaments that will be inserted into a wooden stick also. The length of the broom should be such that the male and female workforce can use it comfortably without bending. And the handle should not be heavy. The filament should be tightly spaced to facilitate easy collection of fine silts and dust, leading to efficient cleaning of streets also. So you can see this is the flow chart for the collection, transportation and disposal of street sweepings and drain silts. So first of all, you can see that the primary collection of waste from the street, it will be divided into two categories: biodegradable waste and non-biodegradable waste. So biodegradable waste will be put into the green bins and non-biodegradable waste will be kept under the secondary collection vehicles and white bins. Green bins will take it to the secondary collection vehicles, and from secondary collection vehicles they will go for the processing sites, or either it will be reject or it will be enters into the landfill. Same in case of non-biodegradable waste, white bin will be there and then secondary collection vehicle. So white bin will go for the skip loaders and then it will goes for the landfills. Same in case of secondary collection waste, it will goes for the landfill again. Then comes to the drainage cleaning. So cleaning is involved with the metal dumper bins, that is black bins, and it will be goes toward the skip loader, and then again it will be goes to the landfill. So here you can see that all the this street sweeping, all the waste that is coming from this street sweeping will ultimately goes to the landfill. That's why every outskirt of the city one landfill will be there. So this street sweeping waste is not much dangerous waste, because this is just some paper waste, some dry waste or some plastic waste are there sometimes, and this should be goes for the landfill. So first of all, it will be collected at the point source and divided it into the two categories: biodegradable waste and non-biodegradable waste. Biodegradable waste will goes for the green bins and then secondary collection vehicle. From green bins, it will be enters towards the secondary collection vehicle will be there, and this secondary collection vehicle will take it towards the processing sites, and then it landfill will be there. Same in case of non-biodegradable waste like white bins and secondary collection vehicles. White bins will goes toward the skip loaders and then landfill will be there. Same in case of drainage cleaning. So drainage cleaning is like metal dumper bins will be there, that is black bins, and skip loader, from skip loader it will goes to the landfill again. So this is the fate and the flow chart for the collection, transportation and disposal of street sweeping and drain silts. And this street sweeping is also comes under the waste management categories, because they have not specified any rule for this type of waste management. And generally what practice has been given for this, they will collect the waste at one place and they will burn out. So this is a very wrong practice of the waste cleaning. That's why this much of provision has been made for this. That's why the provision has been made for this collection, transportation and disposal of street sweeping and sometimes a drain silt, because the drain silt and street sweeping both has been done by the same person. Okay, so now comes, this is the some of the references of some of the textbook that you can follow for the further studies. So now I am concluding my lecture at this point. Like we have discussed about the inert waste. So first of all, the meaning of the inert waste. Inert waste is those waste that is coming during the street sweeping. because this will be not counted under the municipal waste or either biomedical waste or industrial waste or some agriculture waste, so that this inert waste will be there. This inert waste will be like sometimes what its composition is generally very common, like street sweeping will be there, so some dry leaves will be there, some silt material, or sometimes some plastic material will be there. So 2 3 type of composition of there in this inert waste. So the proper management and handling of this inert waste is also required. So what you have to do for this type of inert waste? Inert waste, first the street sweeping will be there, and the street sweeping has been provision has been made by the local municipal authority, like how many times the sweeping should be there, and the person is there who will clean the street for. So the leftover thing will be there after the cleaning of a street. They will go and segregate the waste on the basis of its biodegradable or non-biodegradable categories. So biodegradable waste they have went for the processing and it's further unit, and again they will put it into the landfill. So same in the case of non-biodegradable waste, same thing has been done, and they will send it for the landfill also. Okay. So thank you for today's lecture.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.